Hey everyone, welcome to the show. I have new Trump regrets to share with you, new FAFO experiences. So, first up is a man from my neck of the woods. He got caught up in the California ice raids recently, and you may have seen the original video of his detainment because it kind of went viral on social media. So this happened a couple months back. Take a look at this.
People has been on 29-year-old Brian Gavidia's back for 6 years, but it wasn't until this moment that he says made him really understand what it meant. The video shows one agent pushing Brian up against the wall and demanding he prove his citizenship.
I truly believe I was a target because of my race. I believe I was racially profiled. I believe I was attacked because I was walking while brown.
He says agents held him, took his phone and real ID that proved he was a citizen, and eventually released him, giving back his phone but never his ID. Brian says he voted for Trump.
Because I believe he ran on lies. He ran on lies. He lied to many of them. Yeah, he said criminals. He said, yeah, a bunch of countries opened their jails and released them. Yeah, when you lie to us like that, when you say other countries are releasing their jails and letting them into the population, of course you're going to scare the people. Of course you're going to brainwash people. Like, come on, man. Be real. Tell the truth. If you're going to say something, do exactly what you're going to say. Don't lie. Don't manipulate the people.
Now Brian works to educate the people, handing out red cards that detail rights for immigrants and helping with Know Your Rights workshops. Part of his redemption, he says.
We were all manipulated. We were all brainwashed. And now look at us. We are all suffering because of it. And I feel guilty 100%.
Yeah, I know. I feel your pain right now, guys. I know exactly what's going through your minds. As you heard, that was Brian Gavidia, and he is a perfect example of what I've mentioned before. A lot of people were very young when Donald Trump was when office was, what am I saying? Was in office the first time. They just weren't paying attention. Right. And you can say, oh, Gina, when I was 20, I was paying attention. I get it. I get it. Okay. I didn't pay attention to politics when I was 20. You are in the minority. If that was you, you are in the minority. I assure you. You're a highly engaged, highly informed person. Most people are just trying to get by. They are too busy worrying about how to keep their head above water at that age, at any age, really. And, they're worried about other things, or they're living their lives. They're enjoying their youth. I mean, I was raising a toddler at that age as a single mom. So no, I didn't give a thought to politics, and I definitely didn't have time to vote. That's just reality. It's just the way it is, even with people without kids. So anyway, I'm glad Brian woke up. I hope that he will do better in the midterms. I hope he'll educate himself. I mean, I get it, you guys. I know you're probably screaming at your computer saying, how did you not know that he lies? How did you not know that Donald Trump is full of shit? I get it. Guy didn't pay attention. He obviously maybe gets his news from his friends, just goes along, with everybody else. A lot of these people are followers. They just do what the crowd's doing. So anyway, next up is a woman named Lisa. So Lisa fully believed Donald Trump and Elon in their BS. So back in March, she shared this article on social media. Let me see if I can find this for you. So she shared this article that's titled, for those on the podcast, there's a photo of Elon Musk, and it's titled, quote, Musk says Social Security recipients to receive more money under Doge's cost-cutting work. She fell for that, okay? And Lisa continued to share pro-Musk, pro-Trump articles, all this propaganda for them, also videos, and up until very recently. So here's what Lisa has to say right now. She said, quote, I'm so upset now as I heard we are not getting any rebate checks at all. I'm very disillusioned. I voted for Donald Trump each time. I thought Doge found all this money that had been stolen from taxpayers for decades. Living on $1,500 a month Social Security at 72 is poverty level. Why can't real U.S. citizens be given something? With all the corruption, why can't we be given something? With all the deceit that has happened, even during the Biden administration, we were given stimulus checks. Yeah. Yeah. She really bought it. She really thought that they were saving money. Lisa still hasn't figured out that there was no fraud. There was no waste, fraud, and abuse. There was no money stolen for decades. These people seriously believed that they were going to get checks. They don't get it. They don't get that the so-called waste, fraud, and abuse was a complete and total sham. Next up, I have another video to share with you guys from the swing voter focus group, or a swing voter focus group. So this is a person who's explaining why they disapprove of Donald Trump's presidency so far. Take a listen.
I was hoping that the basic cost of living would go down, gas prices, grocery prices, and for the most part, I haven't seen any change.
So that, for people on the podcast, that was a Nevada voter who went for Joe Biden in 2020 and then Trump in 2024. Not seeing the effects of his spectacular economy that, these Kool-Aid drinkers love to talk about. I also found this next post. So this was like a veritable novel over on Reddit. This was from a young man who thoroughly regrets his vote for Trump. And he says he's going to vote for Democrats in the midterm. So I'm not going to read the entire thing because it is way too long, but I'm going to show you some of the highlights. So first, I have this part of it. So as you can see, it's titled, "I deeply regret my vote for Trump." And then he wrote, quote, "Voting for Trump in 2024 was the greatest mistake of my entire life. I am 19 years old, and this was my first presidential election. I don't stand by or condone what the administration has done and never was a hardline far-right conservative. Sure as hell am not now. I walked into the polls in November without honestly knowing which candidate I would choose, since I was very on the fence about both sides. Pro-2A, pro-life, but also pro-environment and pro-Ukraine. Now I wish that I hadn't voted at all, much less Trump. I did not properly weigh the potential pros and cons of the candidates. I flat out made the incorrect decision. I feel evil. I feel like a horrible, selfish, foolish person. And there's nothing that can really be done to remedy this mistake. I've already decided to vote a full blue ticket in 2026. And then he goes on to lay out all the different things that he disagrees with, and he admits that he disregarded Trump's past behavior because he wanted a change. He wanted something different from Biden. And then he went on further in the post to write, quote, "I've been beating the shit out of myself about it ever since that day, and it's been difficult to genuinely enjoy most aspects of life with looking at the headlines. I, along with tens of millions of Americans, made a mistake in November, and so many innocent people are paying a price for far greater." And then he explains why he posted this confession in a centrist group. And then he ended the post with this. He said, quote, "Humility is going to require some humiliation. So I fully expect and understand that this is going to lead to a lot of unkind words sent my way. Righteously deserved, I'll probably agree with what most of you have to say. The confession is worthless without a pledge to change. I was wrong, so unfathomably wrong, and I want to amend for this. If I don't take accountability, I'm not going to see the change through. I want to be better. I'm voting all Democrat in 2026. I hope we all do too. So I welcome this guy. I welcome him against the fight against this fascist regime, and I told him that. Next, I have another stable genius who fell for the stimulus check BS. Back in November, a guy named Steve replied to a Democratic influencer. If you're not on Twitter, you probably don't know about her, but her name is Jo. She goes by JoJo from Jersey or something, or Joe from Jersey, something like that. Anyway, she said that she never thought America would have a felon as a president before a woman. And Steve told her, quote, hell yeah, Trump kicks ass. Yeah, well, little over 9 months later, Steve just gave birth to his regret baby because on August 1st, he posted, quote, I voted for Trump 3 times. I'm pissed right now because I still can't afford anything. What the fuck happened to Doge checks? What the fuck happened to lower prices? Also, someone needs to be arrested already or I'm done. And then 2 days later, he posted again. So he's not happy. He is really not happy. So he posted, like I said, 2 days later, August 3rd, quote, I voted for Trump 3 times and I'm getting frustrated for the first time because prices are not going down. Where are the Doge dividend checks? What the fuck? What happened, Steve? I thought that Donald Trump kicked ass. I guess what he meant to say is Donald Trump was going to kick his ass. He's going to kick everyone's ass with high inflation. Anyway, yeah, he's going through some things. Hopefully Steve figures it out. All right, guys, I'll let you know when I have more. Thank you so much for watching and listening. Please like, please share, and subscribe. Please donate if you can. Love you all. Take care. Talk with you soon.